Welcome. This is a 20-minute gentle, stress-free practice. This practice is intended to help you calm down, to help you clear your mind for a few minutes. It's a great option to finish up a particularly tough workout, or if you just need a little bit of space. So get yourself set up. You don't need anything but your body, and we'll get to it. Come to a gentle seat, crisscross applesauce, whichever way feels best to you. Get yourself settled in, wiggle a little bit. Hands can be face down on your knees or face palms up. Take a few deep breaths. Settling your breath down sends a signal to your brain that you are safe and can calm down. So send that signal to your brain. Slow your breath down just a beat or two. Breath in and breath out. Now we're going to move through cat-cow, but we're going to stay seated. So first, moving into cow, you pull your chest open, draw your shoulder blades together and down your back, lift your chin, pull back on your knees to open up that chest. Now to move into cat, round your spine, pointing it back behind you, tuck your chin, straighten out your arms, maybe so much so that you're pulling against your knees. Inhale, pull your chest through, elbows bend and point back, chest is open, chin lifts. And back to cat. Tuck your chin, round your back. Inhale, pull your chest through. Back to cow. And exhale, round to cat. Now maybe rotate it around a little bit. Still moving through that cat position at the back and that cow position at the front, but moving through a rotation as you swing your chest around and switch directions. Chest is open in the front as you breathe in and collapsed, closed, breathe out in the back. One more time. And come back to center. Sit up nice and tall. Feel the crown of your head grow taller. Feel your sits bones in the ground rooting down into the earth, and the crown of your head still reaching taller up to the sky. Last breath in. And breathe out. Plant your feet. Come to standing. Right at the top of your mat. Feet are planted under you. Reach your arms up. And as you exhale, come down through heart center all the way to a forward fold. And stay in that forward fold. You can alternating bending both knees. Release your neck. Maybe even interlace your fingers at the nape of your neck. Not pulling, but just adding a little pressure to draw your head toward the ground. Plant your right hand on the ground, right in front of your face. Deeply bend your right knee and reach your left arm up towards the sky into this forward fold twist. Straighten your left leg only to the degree that it feels good. Don't force anything. But bending that right knee really deep makes it easier to achieve this. And exhale, switch. Left hand plants. Deeply bend your left knee. Reach your right arm up. And exhale, both hands plant down. Heel toe your feet out to the edge of your mat so that your toes are probably hanging off of your mat and your heels are in. Walk your fingertips back, sink your hips down, come into Malasana. Hands can be at heart. Sway back and forth just a little bit. If you're up on your toes, if that feels better, that is okay. That's just difference in skeletal structure and flexibility. We all feel a little differently in Malasana. And if Malasana is just not working for you at all, you can sit on your bum and put the soles of your feet together into butterfly pose, or cobbler pose, we call it in yoga. I feel like butterfly is what we called it in gym class in high school. Plant your hands down, start to lift your hips, heel toe your feet together, and just step back into a downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. You can wiggle it out a little bit. Breath in here, and breath out. Take your right leg, pick it up and step it in between your hands. You can use your right hand to help it get there if that feels better. Drop your back knee. You can leave your toes, your back toes tucked or untucked. Lift your chest up into this gentle low lunge crescent. Take a breath in, breath out. Plant your left hand, reach your right arm up, adding just a gentle twist here. If it feels good, you can even circle your arm around, let your fingertips drop to the back of the room, to your mat, to the front of the room, and back up. You can follow that circle with your gaze. And plant that right hand. Pick up your left foot, step it back, so you're in a kneeling tabletop position. We'll move through one cow, belly drops, chin lifts, tailbone lifts. And one cat, spine rounds. Tuck your chin. Come back to neutral tabletop. Toes together, knees wide. Take your right hand, snike it underneath your left armpit as you sit your heels back. Your left fingertips reach forward. Your right temple rests on the ground. Into this child's pose with a twist. And breath in, and breath out. Your left hand comes back in front of your face. Lift yourself back up to a tabletop position. Tuck your toes, come back to downward facing dog. Breath in, and breath out. Step your left foot between your hands. Drop your back knee down. Lift your chest up. Back to this low lunge. Toe can be tucked or untucked, you choose. And as you exhale, plant your right hand next to your left foot. Reach your left arm up. Gaze at those fingertips. And then maybe we do those big circles again, so let your fingertips drop back to the back of the room, to your mat, front of the room, and back up. Tracking those fingers with your gaze. Last one, and plant your hand. Step your left knee back to your right. Drop your belly into cow, chin up, tailbone up, shoulders, blades come together and down your back. And exhale, cat, chin tucks, spine rounds. Come to a neutral tabletop. Toes together, knees wide, left arm underneath right armpit. Sink your hips back. Reach your right fingertips forward. Child's pose with a twist. Draw your right hand back in front of your face. Lift yourself up, untwist here. Walk your knees back in, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Now pick up your right toes, take your right big toe and second toe and wrap them around your Achilles tendon on your left foot so that you're using just a little bit of weight to draw that heel a tiny bit closer to the earth, feeling a little bit more stretch than you usually do along the back of your left leg. And plant your right foot down and switch. Left toes, grab your right Achilles tendon. Draw your heel a little bit towards the mat. Don't overdo it, you're not forcing it. You're not even necessarily pulling, you're just using a little extra weight to deepen that stretch. Breath in and breath out, release that. Walk your feet towards your hands. Come all the way down to seated. and extend those legs out in front of you, toes flexed up towards the sky, and sit nice and tall up from the crown of your head, keeping your chest open without collapsing and rounding to fold. We're gonna walk our fingertips forward, but keeping those chest open. Go only as far as it feels good today. Every day is gonna be different. Rest your hands alongside your body. As you breathe in, imagine yourself growing taller from the crown of your head. And as you breathe out, imagine the hinge in your hips getting a little deeper. So your chest falls a little closer to your thighs. So you breathe in, you grow taller. You breathe out, you fold deeper. Breath in and breath out. Now grab onto your right big toe with your peace fingers. If you can't get there and your knee is bent and you're back here, awesome. However you need to do it, use your peace fingers, grab onto your big toe. From here, start to lift up, lean back, bring that leg with you, knees bent is fine, all the way back onto your back into this reclined hamstring stretch. Breath in. And as you breathe out, let your leg fall over to the right, as wide as you can get it. Now, if you need to bend your knee at a 90 and hold on to just your knee, that works too. That might work better in my situation since I'm so close to my curtain here. But if that's what works in your body, it's also an option. Bringing that knee to the side instead of your foot. Bring that knee or foot back up to center, and you're gonna switch hands. So now your left hand is gonna grab onto the pinky edge of your right foot, and your right hand is gonna come down to the earth and out in a T or in a goalpost. Now let your right foot fall across your body, only as far as it feels good to the ground. Bending your knee is fine. Bending your knee all the way to the 90-degree angle, also fine. Last breath in, last breath out. Lift that leg back up to center. Reach back with those peace sign fingers, grab that big toe, give yourself a little bit of pull towards your face and sit up. Bring that leg with you and we'll switch. So reach forward, peace sign fingers on your left big toes, bent knee is okay. And start to sit up. This time bring that leg with you, come all the way down onto your back. This reclined hamstring stretch. So you've got options here. You can be big toe, straight leg, big toe, bent leg, knee drawing into your chest. If you have a strap or a belt, you can put it around your foot. Always, always, always options. Your body is not required to look like anybody else's. Breath in. As you breathe out, let that left foot fall over to the left, nice and wide. Bring it back up to center. Switch hands. Right hand grabs the pinky edge of your left foot and let it cross over your body. Last breath in. And lift that leg back up. Switch, peace sign fingers go back to the big toe and a little swing, sit yourself right back up. And let yourself sit nice and tall. Flex your feet so much that the entire leg is engaged and your heels come off the ground. Heels are lifted up and off the ground. Grow tall from the crown of your head and release that. Just press your hips forward, come all the way down onto your back. Bring the soles of your feet together and your knees wide. Place one hand on your belly, place one hand on your heart. As you breathe in here, see if you can fill up your belly and your chest. Pay attention to where your breath naturally lands. Do you prefer to breathe with your chest? Do you prefer to breathe with your belly? Try and equalize those two for just a few breaths here. And last breath in. And as you exhale, move into shavasana, your legs coming wide, arms coming wide next to your body, not quite touching. Shimmy your shoulder blades under so your chest opens up. Take a few moments to appreciate the time that you got to spend for yourself today. And I'll get your attention back to finish up class. Gently wake up a little bit. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Roll onto your favorite side in the fetal position. Cradle your head in your bicep, finding a place of comfort and ease. If you feel okay to keep your eyes closed, keep them closed as you press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Draw your hands to heart center. Bow your head down in gratitude and acknowledgement of the time you spent working on yourself today. We'll inhale together. Cleansing exhale. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Sometimes a gentle practice is just what I need. Check out the link in the description box to sign up for my email list so we can stay in touch, and I will see you next time.